Hello everyone! Today I'd like to talk about DoorDash, what this job is, its pros and cons, and who it might be a good fit for. Like rideshare driving, DoorDash is a driving job. The difference is that instead of transporting passengers, you're delivering food from restaurants. Occasionally you'll deliver groceries or other items, depending on the platform, but today I'm talking specifically about DoorDash. One of the biggest advantages is that there's usually plenty of work available. It's not necessarily busy 24 hours a day, but demand peaks around mealtimes. Morning orders come from people grabbing breakfast before work. Lunchtime is often business lunches delivered to offices, and evenings are dinner deliveries to homes. Weekends and holidays are especially busy because people spend more time with family and friends and prefer ordering food instead of cooking. Another advantage is that this job helps you learn the city. If you've recently moved to a new area, you'll quickly become familiar with neighborhoods, restaurants, and where people tend to order from. You'll also notice which neighborhoods have more expensive homes and higher-end restaurants, where larger orders and better tips are often more common. Over time, you can decide whether it's worth driving to those areas. One thing I like about DoorDash is that you don't have passengers in your car. No one sits in your vehicle, and customers don't see what's inside. That's a big difference from rideshare driving. In fact, I wouldn't recommend using the same vehicle for both food delivery and passenger transportation. Restaurant food leaves strong smells in your car, and those odors don't disappear immediately. Passengers notice that, and it can lead to lower ratings. With DoorDash, you still interact with people, but much less. You'll need to speak with restaurant employees to pick up orders, give them the customer's name or order number, and that's about it. Basic English is usually enough. DoorDash used to provide insulated delivery bags, including pizza bags and larger thermal bags. They help keep food warm during the winter, reduce food odors inside your car, and protect your interior if a drink spills. There is another nice bonus that many new drivers don't know about. Sometimes you've already picked up the customer's order from the restaurant, but before you arrive, the customer cancels it. There can be different reasons for this. Maybe the restaurant was running behind. Maybe there weren't enough drivers available. Or maybe the customer simply waited too long and decided to cancel. When that happens, you usually still receive your delivery pay and the food is yours to keep. You don't have to return it to the restaurant because the order has already been paid for. DoorDash handles everything on their end. So every once in a while, you might end up with a free meal during your shift. Of course, there are disadvantages. The biggest one is wear and tear on your vehicle. You'll drive a lot of miles, which means more oil changes, more tire replacements, and more maintenance overall. Fuel costs also add up. If you're leasing a vehicle with annual mileage limits, DoorDash probably isn't a good option. In that case, it's usually better to use an inexpensive car that you own or finance. Another downside is waiting. During peak hours, popular restaurants can become crowded with delivery drivers. Sometimes you'll arrive only to wait several minutes before your order is ready. Your schedule also has to match customer demand. The busiest times are evenings, weekends, and holidays. That means you'll often be working when everyone else is relaxing. Your ratings are also very important. The number of delivery opportunities you receive, and sometimes even the quality of those orders, depends on your overall performance. If you consistently deliver on time, avoid customer complaints, and maintain a good rating, you'll have a better experience on the platform. Even though you don't spend much time interacting with customers face-to-face, customer service still matters. For example, you need to make sure you're leaving the food at the correct address. After delivering dozens of orders in a single day, it's easy to become tired or distracted. Houses can look very similar, and GPS isn't always accurate. Sometimes, two homes are so close together that the navigation points to the wrong one. If you leave the food at the wrong house, the customer may give you a poor rating. You should also read the customer's delivery instructions carefully. Some customers ask you to leave the order at the back door, on the side porch, or in another specific location. If you ignore those instructions and leave the food at the front door instead, you're likely to receive a negative review and lose your tip. Paying attention to these small details can make a big difference in your ratings and your income. As a part-time job, DoorDash can work very well. You can keep it as a backup source of income and turn the app on whenever you want to earn some extra money. Could you work full-time? Yes, some people do. Just like rideshare driving, you can work long hours and earn enough to cover rent and living expenses. But the more time you spend on the road, the greater your risk. More driving means more chances of getting into an accident, receiving a traffic ticket, or dealing with reckless drivers. Sometimes you'll feel pressured to hurry because of delivery times, and that's when mistakes happen. So while the job itself is fairly simple, it does come with real risks. You should always drive carefully, protect your driving record, and never rush just to complete another delivery. If the advantages and disadvantages I've described fit your personality and lifestyle, then DoorDash may be a good opportunity for you. Thanks for watching. If you've worked for DoorDash, I'd love to hear about your experience. Leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.